Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Seahawks and the Packers, and it's coming up next.
The playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Green Bay Packers. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And it wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the one touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, I think he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Back to throw, Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of the divisional round goes for a first down. He had 5 catches last week in their wild card win. Throwing now is Geno. This is Fant on the short completion.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And, oh, boy, nobody wants to see this. That's the running back, Kenneth Walker, who appears to be injured. Now Geno. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Lucas Van Ness able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. This is taken at the 15. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 46. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Steps away.
He's got his target. That's complete. He's going to pick up the first down and then some.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Jayden Reed, 43 yards. And the Packers are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you've got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Well, on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
Becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
From the gun on third down, Smith.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Here's the give to McIntosh.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 2nd down and 8.
Play action. It's Smith. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Lucas Van Ness.
Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Geno now to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. Taking it about the 16.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action this time with Love. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Rolling to his left. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You've just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And taken right on the 30.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Now Love. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Love now.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
To pass, here's Jordan Love.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jerome Baker.
And the Seahawks are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give the offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
And out now come the Seahawks.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Smith.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Now Smith. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 51 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 36-yard line.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he goes out right around the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here's Love. On the move to his left.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious and you start.
They got his man. Complete. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles matching up against the San Francisco 49ers. It was the Packers' leading man, quarterback Jordan Love, who turned in a solid performance in that first half. He threw a first-quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think the key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Love. And this one too low.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On play action. Love to throw. Flushed out right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Off the play fake, Love. And he's got it. Touchdown. Christian Watson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Lucas Van Ness
Able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Preston Smith, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive with the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Here's Jacobs from the gun. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Taken in at the 22. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
And they're going to speed things up here. Love looking to throw it out to his left.
And complete once again to Watson.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
To throw now. Here's Love. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30.
Partner, I think this one won't arrive very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Smith.
Smith and Jigba hauling it in on the out route.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again.
He'll get that to Charbonnet.
Then they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And this offense on third down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Smith throwing again.
He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. Back to throw, Smith. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now a 2nd and 10.
To throw is Smith. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Play fake. Here's Love. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Now this aired out deep for Reed.
And that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Flush to his right.
Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Love, they go play action now.
That's to the tight end, Musgrave.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
13 yards on the play. That's another Green Bay.
Play action this time with Love. And this is going to be intercepted. Julian Love picks it.
And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
And complete to Smith and Jigba.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now it's Smith. It's caught. Lockett. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Smith now to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing again is Smith. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is fielded at the 27. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They have all but booked their ticket to the NFC Championship. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
And the Seahawks are going to take over once again
at their own 37-yard line. The Packers are moving on as we say thanks for watching and so long.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.